All right, boys, we are back, and it's time to continue year number 6 with our Arizona Coyotes up here at the trade deadline, and our record is looking very good, 37, 20, and 6, giving us tied for second place in the NHL, right? So this year is not only looking like a good regular season, but we might actually have the potential to be a good playoff team this year as well. I'm setting it up for this year and next year. Next year is going to be the real run to the playoffs, it looks like, all right? So I was reading some comments, and again, the Anze Kopitar comment saying, trade him next year, all right? It seems like this year, I've sold him for this year. Everybody's agreeing that we should keep him for this year. I mean, he's got 40 assists. He's our first-line center. Our team is 37, 20, and 6, so we're a real threat this year, so we got to hold on to Kopitar and Yandel this year. But I was reading some comments you guys were saying to trade him in the offseason for a younger player who's already like 86, 87 overall. But you know what? That doesn't make sense because Kopitar is in a place in his career where if you're going to trade him, you do trade him for a first-round pick or prospects. What kind of team would want to trade their young 24, 25-year-old center who's going to be the next Anze Kopitar in overall-wise for Anze Kopitar when he's 33 years old? That just doesn't make sense. I can trade away Anze Kopitar, but I'll get draft picks back or younger prospects back. I won't be able to get, I could get an established player, but what kind of team would do that? Why would they trade for a veteran? You'd be able to trade Kopitar to a playoff-bound team for younger prospects who haven't developed yet or draft picks, all right? But we're not thinking about that because this year I'm going to try to win the Stanley Cup, and next year especially, because next year our younger players are going to get even better, and if we have Anze Kopitar and Yandel still at 87, 88, 89, or 90, we're going to be an amazing team next year. So we don't need to focus on Anze Kopitar at all, at least for this year. I guess, you know what? The playoffs will tell us if he can stay or go. If we get swept out in the first round, it's not going to look good for him, right? But if he leads us to the Western Conference Finals and is like a point-a-game player in that run, how are you going to trade him away? So we'll get to that when we get to it, all right? Forwards, OHL, 6 weeks. I went through the trading block to see what kind of players were available. There's a few veterans, but I don't want to go out and get a veteran just yet. I'm saving that for next year. Next year is the year where we go all out for that Stanley Cup. We don't give up our entire future, but by next year, I think I'm going to have a good idea of who's going to be on the team for the next 10 years or 5 years and who's not going to be on the team. You know what I mean? We have a race between Sprong, Bure, Pierlini, Max Domi. We're not going to be able to keep these guys forever. I do want to get some grittier players in the bottom 6 for next year, but we've got to see who jumps this year, all right? So there's a win against the Calgary Flames. I want to see if we can win that President's Trophy. Those losses aren't going to help. We got who was it? It was the Edmonton Oilers. I think they were the only team ahead of us. We were tied. Yeah, we were tied for second place, I suppose. Strome's been injured with an injured neck. March 15th, I'll replace the player, and then I'll just bring him back. Strome, okay. He's like the first-line center. Do we have any games against the Edmonton Oilers? We got to win some games, though. We got to keep those regulation losses. Yeah, see, there's another regulation loss. It looks like we might need the Edmonton Oilers to lose some games. I want to know if we have any games left against them. Let's just get this road trip done. All right, hang on. Dylan Strome, we'll get him back in the lineup here. There you go. And was it Weller? Is he a defenseman? What? Oh, yeah, I remember that. The 65 overall defenseman getting first-line time. So Stome and Petrie doing pretty good, and Petrie's jumped up to an 80 overall, right? So that's what I mean. We can always bring him up for a playoff run if we're starting to lose some games and slot him in there instead of Bure or Domi. We could do something like that. But I just want him to have a really good point-producing year. And then he's somebody else. I didn't even mention him. Our middle 6, Barzell, Pierlini, Bure, Sprong, Domi, and Bo Horvat. What about Petrie coming in as well, right? And we have Tyler Toffoli, who's still relatively young. Nail Yakupov, same deal. Anze Kopitar, yeah, I guess he can be replaced by Matthew Barzell, but I don't want to do that just yet. You can have a superstar in the second line in this game. I've seen it before. Ryan Pilon has been injured with a sprained ankle. April 5th. Ooh, that's a big one. All right, so I'll replace player. Weller will go in there. 42, 22, and 7. Tyler Toffoli looks like he's going to be a 30-goal scorer. That's good news for us. Let's see what the next week holds for us. I want to drink. Ooh, home stretch. No Edmonton Oilers, though. Let's see what we can do. Started off on the right foot. The New Jersey Devils. They got a pretty good record. Better than ours. Yeah, that's a good win. All right, going for a drink. Hang on. Oh, yeah. H2O, baby. After a night of drinking, that H2O tastes great. All right, the Nashville Predators, we beat them. Keep it going now. 32, 32, and 8. The Winnipeg Jets, we can beat them. Ooh, and we lose in regulation. 9 more days for Ryan Pilon. At least he's not going to miss any playoff games. That's good for us. Chicago Blackhawks, they might actually be fighting for a playoff position. There you go. All right. Slow it down here. We got some good games coming up. On the road, we got to have a game against the Edmonton Oilers, man. They're in our freaking division. Come on now, stop simulation. There you go. There's the Edmonton Oilers. Second last game of the year. All right, and then we have the LA Kings right there. So let's see where we sit. 7 games remaining, a possible 14 points on the table. Let's see where the Edmonton Oilers... Damn, they're way up there. All right, so technically we can catch them. If we win every game, we can get to 111 points, but that's not going to happen. The Edmonton Oilers have taken over. And actually, I was reading some of your comments, and you guys want to see why the Edmonton Oilers are doing so good. So you know what? I didn't do it at the beginning of the video. I'll just show you right now. Edmonton Oilers, there you go. Yeah, Taylor Hall, 90. The Nuge, 91. Jordan Eberle, 89. It's a filthy first line. Perron, Horak, and Pouliot. It's not the greatest second line, but Perron and Horak, I guess, are okay. Draisaitl, he's an 84 on the third line. It's very good. Yeah, I guess that first line really just holds it all together. The defense, you know what? They have a really good defensive core as well. Marinson's up at 88. Justin Schultz, 87. LeBlanc, another offensive defenseman, second line, 85. Clefbaum, 84. And then Petrie and McBain, 82, 83. It's not bad. And then goaltender, yeah, okay, they didn't just have Ben Scrivens. Cam Ward, 86. And he actually might be dropping this year. He might have started off the year like 88 or 87 or something like that. They have a pretty good team. I think it's all just run by those three on the first line. That's a pretty filthy first line, man. 90 overalls in every position. I mean, Eberle's only 89, but still, that's basically 90 overall. All right, so... I don't think we're going to catch the Edmonton Oilers, but we already have 97 points. It's about becoming a better team. Last year, I want to just destroy the records that we set last year with our goals for, goals against, and points. I just want to take care of all of that. Ryan Pilon, get right back in there on the second line. Keith Ollie, you're going to come off. Ryan Pilon, there you go. And Ollie, scratch you. Very nice. So let's see. Oh, fuck, I backed out. Whatever. I was going to say, maybe Tyler Toffoli's jumped up to like close to an 89. Maybe our first line is just as good as their first line. Kopitar, Yakupov, and Tyler Toffoli. Toffoli's having a great year, man. 31 goals. And Anze Kopitar, 51 assists. He's getting it done as well. And look at that. We've won 4 in a row now. Hang on. Let's just see what these stats are looking like. All right, they have 111 points. Technically, we can tie them if they lose every single game, but I don't think that's going to happen. And I don't think we're going to win every single game either. All right, so Pilon is back. And look at Hope. Hope's got 39 wins, boys. I'm sure his stats aren't the greatest, but he had a better year than Mark Byzantine. And if he has that many wins, maybe he gets the jump in his final year. Remember, when we started the year, he was 4.5 gold star potential at 25 years old. So he's going to get to 26 by that time of the year. He's not going to miss it. So he'll get the jump. Hopefully get a little bit of a jump. All right, there's 2 losses. Yeah, we ain't catching them. But if we can get to 50 wins, that'd be a good year, man. Edmonton Oilers, this is going to be a team... Hopefully we don't have to face... No, we're not going to face them in the first round, but we're playing for home ice advantage against the LA Kings right here, man. I got to go up against LA in the first round. Fucking hell. All right. Come on now, let's beat them. Beat the Edmonton Oilers. Let's see what kind of game this is. I don't want to have to face them in the playoffs. Their offense. Ooh, we lose 6-3. Yeah, so we can get some goals against them, but they can definitely get some goals back on us. All right, so we're not going to get to 50 wins this year. That's okay. But the LA Kings, can they catch us at all? Oh, they can catch us in this game, boys. 103 points to 101 is a big game. So you know what? We'll do a real-time simulation here. Oh, we'll skip the periods, but we'll just go with it, all right? So first period, we're playing for home ice advantage. I don't know what happens if it's a tie. We may still have it, but still. And Google Vaz is starting. What the fuck are you thinking, coach? Oh, man, I put the coaching decision in his hands, and he puts Google Vaz out there. That's great. Max Domi gets a goal. Second period, there you go. Tyson Barrie. This might be a preview of the first round for the Arizona Coyotes. Hopefully we can beat them in a game like this. There you go. Cal Buttercup gets a big goal in the third period. Give us, oh, man, wait. Michael Bodker. Oh, shit. I'm going to have to face Michael Bodker in a playoff series. Jesus, come on. Get that win. Oh, are you kidding me? Who the hell is that? They tied up. We get the point, though, so that's okay. We're going to pass them. Yeah, we got the point. There you go. Nail Yakupov gets a wrister in the shootout, and we beat the LA Kings. So, even if they got the win there, we would have had one more point than them, unless they have another game in hand. Domi gets a goal, Barrie and Clutterbuck, and then friggin' Google Vaz in the net just lets them back into it. Ridiculous. All right, so it looks like our AHL team, 36, 25, and 11, they should be in a playoff spot. Korostelov, 30 goals, Petrie, 54 assists. That's a very good year. So let's go ahead here, and let's see. Oh, my God, the simulation's taking a little bit long. Yeah, there it is, finally, scouting assignments. I'll send him back out to the WHL. It doesn't matter. We're not having good, any more good draft years. We're having dynasty years now. So let's simulate ahead and let's see if we got into the playoffs. And if we're going up, yes, we are, boys. Going up against the LA Kings in round number 1. Michael Bodker. Oh, my goodness. Michael Bodker versus Tyler Toffoli and Anze Kopitar as well. Jesus, this is a series right here. Very even. All right, no, you know what? Before we do any stat checking, let me just save this. Hang on. All right, so let's do a whole Year 6 regular season wrap-up right here. Oh, you know what? Hang on, first thing. GM tracker. Arizona Coyotes back into the playoffs for how many? Oh, you know, we already got our draft up. Medical staff, we want to get that up to 600, so we got to save up some points. But we've made it into the playoffs for 5 straight years, all right? So that's a victory in itself for a team like the Arizona Coyotes trying to become a popular team down there in Arizona. You know, the fans have something to cheer for now. Our team has gotten better than it was last year. I think last year our goaltender situation really brought us down, right? But we're back up into the 105 points. 249 goals for, 222 goals against, all right, 49 wins on the season, a very good year for the Arizona Coyotes, absolutely. But now it's time to do something in the playoffs. I want to go deeper than the second round. So Stats Central, let's just, player stats for the season, we'll take, oh, you know what, let's do team standings first, There you go. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter video, the last two have been, but whatever. All right, so the Arizona Coyotes, 4th in the NHL with 105 points. Pittsburgh, Edmonton, 121 with that team. Jesus. Pittsburgh, 112. Philadelphia, 106. All right. Goals for per game. We were 5th in the NHL, 3.04, so we can definitely score some goals. Goals against per game, 8th in the NHL, so I really like that. But then again, Edmonton and Pittsburgh are 1 and 2, so there are better teams than us. But we're in a good spot this year. I like the way our team is playing. Power play percentage, 19.6, 6th in the NHL. It's good. Penalty kill percentage, 80.5, so it got a little bit better. And I think, we're still the most disciplined team in the NHL, so hopefully that helps us out. Our home record, 22, 16, and 3, not the greatest. Our away record, 27, 10, and 4, a very good away record. And our last 10, 6, 4, and 0. So we're not coming into the playoffs on fire. We're not coming in cold. We're just in a good spot right now. Player stats of the season. So let's see who did good for us this year. Yandel and Kopitar. These guys are under the microscope. Everyone's saying to trade them in the offseason, not even giving them the chance to do something for us in the playoffs. What the fuck? These guys are our leaders, man. We gotta fill them with confidence. Not tear them apart with talks of trade talk, man. Anze Kopitar, 75 points in 82 games played. Basically, point-of-game player. All right, I just want 70-plus points out of my first lines. And he did it this year. He got the 20-goal season, 75 points, plus 7. Anze Kopitar, 32 years old, 91 overall. He's got to stay. Tyler Toffoli, 72 points, 32 goals. All right, so him and Kopitar getting it done. And Yakupov, he didn't get the 70 points, but I had 2 out of the 3 with 70 points, and he had a 25-goal season still. All right, so it was better than... it was better than last year. Everyone had a better season than last year. So the first line was definitely better with Tyler Toffoli on the right side. Matthew Barzal, 52 points in 82 games played. It's a great full season there for him. I know last year he had 71 games played, but 52 points. He was a minus 11, but again, he doesn't have the greatest wingers on that second line, but we're still just growing Matthew Barzal. Domi, 42 points, a lot of assists because of that passing category. Sprong, 20-goal season for Daniel Sprong, all right, not bad. Pierlini, 16 goals, 26. Bo Horvat, 24 points. Zach Smith, 23. Pavel Bure, only 23 points, but he had 14 goals, all right. So we're getting some good. Remember, we're up there for goals for, so everyone's chipping in. When you get 14, 10, 13, 16, 20, 8, 17, 25, 32, 22, that is a good amount of depth goal scoring right there. It's just the defensive side of the game we got to worry about. Defenseman Keith Yandel leading our team in points once again, 60 points, all right? He's gone 56, 45, 52, 60 points, a plus 15. Yes, he's 33 years old, but he's our captain. Ekman Larson, 53. Barry, 42. Pilon, 29. He was still a minus 3, but he had 29 points this year. So hopefully Pilon grows a little bit with this ice time that he received this year. Stone with 17 points. Gormley with 15. All right, Keith Ollie with none. Goaltenders. Now, this is going to be interesting. Google Vaz, 2.77, 10, 8, 0. Hope, 68 games played, 2.56. That's a pretty good goals against average, 39, 19, and 4. When I say pretty good, it's because all the goaltender stats in this game are inflated because there's a lot more goals. But 2.56 for an 85 overall goaltender, I think he played better than a lot of people expected. 39 wins, 19 losses. It may be because of our team, yes, but he's got a save percentage of 91.16. It's much better than Hope and Google Vez and Byzantine were giving us last year, right? So 5 shutouts. I have Hope and Brendan Hope. Absolutely. We have to. We have to. Player stats for the AHL. Now, sure, we got time. Yeah, let's do this. So let's see. Remember now, Lucas Petrie could be somebody that we bring up if we start to lose in the playoffs. He could have his first career NHL game in the playoffs. I don't care. I'll do it, man. Plenty of players have had that. All right, so Lucas Petrie, 70 points in 73 games played. So the kid might just be the real deal. All right, so he's 81. If Bure or Sprong ain't getting it done, I wouldn't mind switching them out because he's growing from a 79 up to an 81, all right? Korostelov, 60 points, so hopefully he grows. Strome, 54. All right, Blake Clark. I'm just going to look for the names that I'm expecting. Jesse Mills, there you go. He's 78 overall. He could be somebody who comes up as well. He's got some body. Not really. Yeah, I don't know if he'd be completely ready to come up just yet. Murphy, DeVries, McEwen. All right, very good. And goaltenders. Yeah, Langhammer not having a bad season. All right. So there you go. There are the stats. Let's go to progress reports. Let's see if anyone has grown here. Oh, yeah, we got some growth. All right, so Tyson Barrie is up to an 87. Buttercup, he decreased a little bit, but that's because he's on the 4th line. Sprong went up to 82. Horvat, he always decreases because if I want to get Horvat up there, I got to play him in the top 6, but we're relegating him to a 3rd-line center, and that's fine, all right, because he's still getting tons of ice time with the penalty kill, 1st-line penalty kill. Barzell, he went up to an 87. Pierlini, that's interesting. Maybe he should be on the 3rd line instead of the 2nd line, Pierlini, all right, but he's there for this year. Yandel actually maybe went up a little bit. Bure didn't move at all. All right. Pilon didn't move at all. Interesting. Domi, Yakupov. All right. So some guys didn't get the growth. AHL, DeVries, Petrie went up by 18. So Petrie got a lot of growth playing down there in the AHL, which is good. Goaltenders. Let's see. NHL. Hope went up by 1, boys. So he got some growth there. All right. So that's good news. I just want Hope to get one more boost. If he jumps up to an 87. Next year, that would be even better. All right, but we can't focus on next year, boys, because we have the playoffs and round 1 up against the LA Kings. All right, so it's going to be a tough one, but you know what? We'll get a tough team out of the way first. Jonathan Quick's going to be there. Hopefully, they have a bunch of retired players now, and we've taken Anze Kopitar and Tyler Toffoli from them, right? But they do have Michael Bodker. So let me know what you guys think about any line changes. If things go sour, what can we do? What can be a plan B, a plan C? Lucas Petrie, Jesse Mills, all right? Or different line changes, all right? But I think no matter what, we should just run with Hope, not even test out Gugo Vaz. He's not ready. Hope's got to be our goalie. We got to have Hope and Hope. So let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the playoffs.